If you told me that I was going to be a YouTube strategist and or a YouTube accountability partner, I would never believe you. I have never thought that I will be where I am today. Because back in October of 2020, I started my business out as a business mentor. I did help entrepreneurs with branding, social media, content, website, email marketing, text message marketing, funnels, automation, you name it, I did it. If the people needed help with their EIN number and their LLC, I did that too. And if they needed help with business credit and business funding, I did that also. And now here we are as a YouTube strategist as of October of 2023. And there are some things that I wish some people would have told me that they never told me, but I had to figure it out on my own. But I'm glad that I went that route because I have learned so much to the point to where that is knowledge that will not be able to be taken away from me. And I want to be able to, tell y'all and share the same information with y'all. So let's start with point number one. I wish that people told me that Google owned YouTube. And that is very important because as an entrepreneur with a business or no matter what you do, your job as an entrepreneur is to solve people's problems. And when they have problems, y'all, where do they go? They go to Google and or they go to YouTube University. And even though people call it YouTube University is the same thing as just saying YouTube. It's just like going to college for free without actually having to pay for it. And being that YouTube is the second largest search engine platform, there has to be a number one. And number one so happens to be Google. So when people have questions, that's where they go. And some people nowadays will say, you know what, Leah? Well, people go to AI when they have questions, but guess what? The information that is hubbed on AI is pulled from the internet. And more than likely, it comes from Google. So if someone would have told me to put all my eggs in the basket of YouTube, which is owned by Google, I would have been done that a long time ago. Instead of wasting my time on social media where the algorithm is going up and down, round and round, you have to keep up with trends, post all day, every day, 3 times a day. I ain't got time for that. And I'm pretty sure that you watching this video, you don't have time for that either. So in a sense, I also tell people, social media is not even social media anymore. Social media is now called what? Interest media. So if you cannot keep people's attention, they're gonna go away and find somebody else that will be able to keep their attention. So when it comes down to it, in a sense, I don't really care about social media. I don't care about the metrics. I don't care about the numbers. I care about impact. I care about conversions. And if I would have known that I could have been on YouTube this entire time, which it feeds into Google, I would have been done that. So that's one of the things that I wish someone told me. But another one of the things that I wish someone told me is the fact that when you create content, content does not pay you a lot of money. And nowadays, content is marketing. But let me break that down because you who is watching this video may have no idea what I'm talking about. But what I will let you know is that back then, you would need to create content just so that people understood the behind the scenes and what's going on. But as I mentioned, nowadays content is marketing. So if you don't know how to create the proper and correct content that will be able to grasp someone's attention or give them the information that they need, they are going away, which is essentially is your marketing. And marketing nowadays used to be something where you can go knock on people's doors, send mailers, you can talk to them. And don't get me wrong, those ways still work. But when it comes to marketing nowadays, you need to be online. You need to be able to be authentic, transparent, get the people's attention, be able to connect with them. And if you're not doing those things, they're not buying into you. Okay. So being that content is marketing, a lot of people get a misunderstanding saying that, oh my gosh, because I'm an entrepreneur with a business, I am a content creator as well. And that is not true. A content creator creates content and make money from their content. An entrepreneur creates content and they get leads from their content. So I wish someone told me that back then, that way that I was more intentional as I am now with my content, understanding that as an entrepreneur with a business, my content brings me leads. Okay. So let's move on to point number 3. And let me search in my brain on what point number 3 is because y'all, these videos are not edited nor are they scripted. I just talk about the things that come to my brain and however it comes out, it just comes out. So I probably should have wrote down some notes, but I really don't remember. Oh, yes, I do. Let's talk about I wish someone told me that being on YouTube and not social media will bring you so much peace. So, a lot of people don't know that if you do everything that you're supposed to do on YouTube correctly, it can essentially be a full time job. And what I mean by that, y'all, on YouTube, you just don't post your content and go. You have to post your content, do your thumbnails, your descriptions, your tags, your end cards, your info cards, your comments, your everything. You have to go back and look at the analytics, see what is working, what's not working. You have to do so much that it can be a full-time job. Like, I literally do not have time for social media, and I put my time, my energy, and my effort into YouTube because not only is it rewarding, but I'm also able to see the community that I'm building, the conversions, the impact that I'm making. So I really wish someone told me that, in a sense, being on YouTube brings so much peace because I don't have to worry about the chaos and the things that are going on social media. For example, a lot of people please and they don't know it. A lot of people let perfectionism take control of what they have going on. A lot of people overthink, they're overwhelmed. They have so many different things going on to the point to where they can't even function. They don't even know who they are anymore. When they need a distraction, they go to social media. You're dealing with your life and everyone else's life at the same time. It's a lot going on. Being on YouTube, there is no competition. Everyone is in their own lane, doing their own thing. They're not even worried about the next person because when it comes down to YouTube, it takes a special type of person to be on YouTube because it takes work. Like, it's not like social media where you can post a video and, you know, on YouTube, it does reach different sides of the world and the earth, but it's one of those things like you got to be intentional. And the people are looking to what you have to offer if you are there. Now, if you're not there, that's a whole different story, but it's just different. It brings so much peace, which also equates to being into alignment if you actually think about it. And let me break that down. I know what it feels like to be at peace. And if you know what it feels like to be at peace, you understand that if anyone disturbs your peace, you will do anything to get back there. No matter if you have to cut someone off, no matter if you have to be in isolation, no matter if you have to go back to the drawing board, you got to get it out the mud and struggle a little bit to get to where you need to get to. But y'all, the peace that it brings, I don't have to worry about people trauma dumping. People looking for attention. People looking for validation. People trying to prove a point. It is so different when it comes down to YouTube. But, you know, to each his own. You have to actually go through it to understand exactly what I'm saying. And I almost said I trust you, but I promise you, just trust me, it will change your life, okay? But one of the last things that I do want to talk about is the fact that I wish someone told me how when it comes down to YouTube, you are not paid for just 30 days like social media does. On YouTube, you are paid for a lifetime. The content is so evergreen. Essentially, if you're a person like me who doesn't want any kids and I don't want to be married, and understand, that is a choice. You do what you want to do. I do what I want to do. And those are things that I don't aspire to do and or be. So don't come for me in the comment section, all right? But where I'm going with this is that for me, my YouTube channel is my legacy. The content is evergreen. As long as I don't steal someone's content, do any copyrighted music, or do anything outside of YouTube community guidelines and or policy, my content is going to be there. So no matter when I leave the face of this earth or whatever happens, that's my legacy. Content by Leea will live on forever after me. Like, I don't think y'all understand that. Let me run that back. As long as the internet exists, content by Leea will live for forever. No matter who you are, what you do, whatever phase that you are in your life, you'll be able to come right here and get the information that you need. Social media wouldn't do that. You know, after a while, once you leave the face of this earth, they take your content down. You're shadow banned. No one is able to know who you are and what you do. But see, on YouTube, we don't have those issues. There are people who are still making money days, weeks, months, years, decades after they have posted the video. And if you're one of those people, you're like, Leea, can I leave my channel to someone? Absolutely, yes, you can. And they will still be able to make money from the content that you have posted. Not only is that evergreen, but that is also legacy. Like, are y'all understanding what I'm saying? I don't think y'all understand. So I won't prolong too much in this video. I probably should have gave y'all a disclaimer letting y'all know that I tend to ramble. So in case I do, there's timestamps down below in the comment section. But also, I do tend to fumble over my words, and if you need to turn on the closed captions, you can. But we've reached the end of this video already. However, I totally forgot to tell y'all who I am and what I do. So before, we end out this video, I do have to let you know, hey, my name is Leah and I am the face behind Content by Leah. I do help entrepreneurs use YouTube as a marketing tool to get leads, clients, and sales so that they do not have to be on social media. Now, if you want to be on social media, that's your business. You do what you want to do. You grown, right? But if you are just on YouTube alone and you have your website, which has a whole entire email marketing system in it, you ain't got to be on social media, okay? But if you're one of those people like Leah, I heard what you said. You said a few points that were good. I know you have so many more, or I've done my own research on the power of YouTube and you need help with a YouTube strategy. I am going to leave my link to where you and I can work one-on-one down below in the description box. But if you ain't ready to work with me just yet, I do have some free resources down below in the pinned comment section, okay? So let me run that back. If you're ready to work with me one-on-one, check the description box. But if you're not ready to work with me just yet, check the comment section where there's a pinned comment where you'll be able to get free resources. But other than that, y'all, that's really all I have to say. I kind of just wanted to share with y'all my experience and things that I wish people told me before I got into this whole YouTube thing for my business, because it has truly been life-changing. I've wasted literally 4, 5, 6, 7 years being on social media when I could have just came to YouTube and had my website and my email list. And it just has been amazing. Like, I now sit in the background twiddling my thumbs like, what am I going to do next? I truly don't know what to do. But, we're going to figure it out. Impact over income. As long as you do what you love doing, the income is going to come regardless, okay? But y'all, I got to get out of here. I have work to do. I will see y'all later. If y'all need me, leave a comment down below in the comment section. Or if you like, Leah, I want a 1212. I don't want people knowing my business. All you have to do is send me an email, and you can find that information on my website, okay? But other than that, y'all, I got to go. Don't forget to like, comment, subscribe, and hit the notification bell below so that you're notified every time your girl Leah, posts a video. So with that being said, my name is Leah. I'm the face behind Content by Leah, and I'll see you next time. Bye.